This is the border that I planted peas in about 3 weeks ago. And as you can see, it's a wasteland of nothingness. Good morning. So I did actually have some success with the seedlings that I put in, the peas that I put in rather. Actually I can see one just there. I had, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 little peas that came up. I had 4 rows, which I was delighted about. Oh, there's one there. However, something's come by and eaten them, most of them. There's probably half a dozen, no, not even half a dozen. There's 2 that I can see, so there's maybe 3 or 4. Yeah, so I don't know whether it's been the mouse is eating the leaves or the pigeon, who is my worst enemy at the moment. So I'm just got, these are the ones I grew in the greenhouse. This was the same peas that I put in the ground here. Forget what they were called, just one of your bog standard peas that you get from Wilco's or whatever. I only got 4 to germinate out of 2 full trees. And this was another variety which I've lost the packet for. I believe they're a dwarf bean, but I'm not certain. And as you see, they germinated well. So I'm not going to hold back any longer. I'm just going to plant these in. I'll probably only get the 1 row or something. Yeah, because there's no point in waiting any longer for these little peas to come through if they're just going to get eaten when they do. So instead of having the 4 rows of peas that I thought I was going to get, I'm probably just going to have the 1 row really, but never mind, that makes more room for other things like some extra beans or whatever. I'm not going to bother trying to sow any more peas. Trying 3 times and failing is enough, isn't it? I'm going to put these 4 that grew at this far end, because these are taller ones, I think, and you get shadow from this fence, so it's, if they grow taller they'll catch a bit more sun. There's one little seedling there. I've only been able to find 1 other. I'm mad. Managed to get 2 rows after all, so that's quite good. Give them a good water because they were a bit dry really. And they needed support up, but I think what I'm going to try and do is put a netting over them, which I wouldn't normally do with peas. I've never done that before. Of course, if it's a mouse or something else in the soil eating the peas, it won't help, but if it's the birds, at least it'll help these peas get established a bit with a net over them. For now, at least I won't keep it on. Well, as always, my fencing is a little bit jerry-rigged, but they always work. I don't think I've had one fall down on us yet completely. Right, that's great. The peas are in, they're netted, they're staked. Just waiting for some nice little peas to eat now. These first 2 rows of potatoes are the first earlies. Home Guard is the variety. I put them in about mid-March and I'm going to try and earth them up a little bit today, I think. so windy. Shut that a little bit. I thought I'd show you what we've got going on in the greenhouse. As you can see, it's all shooting up now. I'm hardening quite a few things off at the minute. It's awfully windy today though. I always feel a bit hesitant about putting my plants out in the wind. Still, it's only for a few hours, they'll be all right. Anyway, I'll show you what we've got going on here. So all this lot are going out every day for a couple of hours. These are, let's see, these are the dwarf runners, or dwarf runner beans, jackpot variety. They'll be ready to go out soon. I was told last year to aim to plant out all my beans on the 1st of June, which I know is good advice because I've always planted them out far too soon. So that's what I've been aiming for. I am still going to be earlier than the 1st of June, but not that far off. I think I've done pretty well to hold myself back thus far. These are my outdoor tomatoes. They will be going at the allotment if I can find a space. If not, I'm just going to have to try and put them in pots. Really, I don't know where they're going to go. I've got Moneymaker and Gardener's Delight in there all mixed up. Yeah, honestly, I'm not that worried. I've got some other tomatoes that are going to stay in the greenhouse, my Scotica variety, so I'm kind of depending on them. I had such a fail, as did most people, with my tomatoes last year with blight. Outside, I kind of don't really feel very confident about putting them out and getting a good crop. This is more beans. This is my tall runner beans. What they're called again? Scarlet Emperor. Oh, I've got Scarlet Emperor and the white ones, what are they called? White something or other. Both tall. Both, they are coming on beautifully, very vigorous. Just about ready to go in the ground once they're finished hardening off. What else have I got? And this, that's the other things that I've got hardening off. That's my little tree of celery. I grew a couple of little celery plants last year just from celery that I had bought from the shops, and chopped off the bottom part like of the stem and rooted them, and they grew on all right. These are from seed. They're doing all right. They're small, so I'm not sure how that'll work out. We'll see. These are the sunflowers, giant sunflowers. I need to pot them on now. They're getting rather too leggy, and start thinking about hardening them off. And then I've got some zinnia here. Again, they need to be potted on. And they're coming along beautifully. And then in this one, that's some lemon balm. And these ones are my chilies. These were a type of chili I bought from Real Seeds, and they were called Nigel's Outdoor Chilies, which apparently you can grow outdoors. I'm not even going to try to grow them outdoors, actually. I sowed them very late, and obviously I don't think they're going to come to anything this year, but I'm going to pot them on and try and nurse them over the winter in the house, and see if I can keep them alive. And maybe next year I might get some chilies, but I think I'll just keep them in the greenhouse because I really don't fancy the chances of a chili plant being terribly successful in the north east of England. If any of you have done something similar at similar latitudes, then let me know and I might plant them out. This is a bucket of Mizuna, which I potted on yesterday. It needs hardening off now, so I'm putting it out for its first little hour. My summer squash are coming along beautifully. I have grown a variety called Kuza. Where's the label so I can show you what it looks like? Kuza, and also a straight-necked summer squash. Not your traditional courgettes that I usually do. I've got 8. Oh, how many have I got? 6, 11. 11 courgette plants. Yeah, they need to start getting hardened off. I think I might wait until this wind drops. It's due to drop in a couple of days, and then I'll start hardening them off. This one is the winter squash. I've got some nice varieties in there as well. I've got about 2 or 3 of each one of them. Loads of the squash as usual, but I do like to grow them. Anyway, they've got a bit to go. Oh look, I've just spotted another little one coming through there. And this whole table is just absolutely rammed, as you can see, with all kinds of lovely things coming up. The majority of this is flowers. I've got all kinds going on: gazanias, zinnias, Californian poppies, lavatera, gadisha, wallflowers, all kinds of things. I have also got Well, there's some more beans. They're French beans coming up. These are Asturian tree cabbage. I'm pretty keen to get them in the ground. I'm excited to see what they'll be like. What else have I got? Leeks there and there and there. Yeah, everything's coming on along really nicely. And these ones up here are the indoor tomatoes. They're a variety called Mascotka. I think they're a bush forming variety because it said you didn't need to take out the side shoots, so that's what I'm assuming. I've opted not to put them in the grow bags like the tomato grow bags where you put 3 in, because I just find they get very dry and it's hard to kind of regulate your watering with them. So I've just put them into pots. I hope they're going to be big enough pots. Then once I get this greenhouse cleared out of all these plants that are going in the ground outside, these will have room to spread out. So fingers crossed for the tomatoes this year. I'm going to put that tree cabbage out to start hardening off as well. Ooh, I'm not going to leave them out for long today, I don't think, with this wind. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the little video today and the tour around the greenhouse. Hope all of your plants are growing beautifully, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.